Hi, welcome to Parent Support Services Society of BC. My name is Ornelli Bakajika, and I'm the Communications Coordinator here. Let me show you around, get to meet some of our staff members and hear more about what we do here at PSS.
Hi, I'm Jane Bowie. I'm the Executive Director of Parent Support Services Society of BC.
Well, my name is Violeta Muñoz Berrecos. I am the Volunteer Recruitment and Retention Coordinator, but also I am a volunteer facilitator for the Spanish support group that is running in person in New Westminster in partnership with Family Place.
My name is Christina Campbell. I'm the advocate social worker that answers the kinship care helpline at Parent Support Services Society of BC. I've been employed at Parent Support Services for 12 years now. I came on board at the inception of the kinship care helpline when it was called the Grandparents Raising Grandchildren Support Line.
My name is Marcela Navarro, and I'm the administrative coordinator. And I've been here almost a year.
I'm Bella Sinesero. I've been with the Parent Support Services, would you believe it, for over 29 years. And my position is the Education, Support, and Volunteers Programs Manager.
My name is Azucena. I've been a facilitator at PSS for 3 years. I come from Spain. I came to Canada 12 years ago, and I have 2 kids.
My name is Diane Salas.
In English, Diane in Spanish. I have been here for about 5 years almost.
So my name is Dawn. I live in Cornell. My husband and I are grandparents raising grandchildren.
So on the kinship care helpline, we take calls from across the province. We talk to anybody. We pick up the phone for anyone who talks to it. Most people who call us are kinship caregivers. Our expertise really lies in helping families navigate the child protection system. Most of the people who call the support line are engaged with a government social worker.
When we went to MCFD to find out what they were going to offer for us and what we could get in the community, they suggested grandparents raising grandchildren, and I gave a call because we were right then in process of getting a court order for guardianship.
And so we make sure that they know the resources that they're entitled to receive. We give them information and tips on what they can expect when working with a social worker. We help them problem solve. We make sure they're accessing the benefits that they're entitled to as caregivers, and we provide support.
There that a lot of people have no idea, and they think they're so alone, and then suddenly their world opens up, and it's like crazy how many grandparents are raising grandchildren. So
At Parent Support Services, we have an array of services, programming. We have our parenting support groups, which are for parents, as well as kinship caregivers and anyone else in a parenting role. We have our educational parenting workshops on a variety of topics that really make a difference in families' lives. As well, we have our kinship care helpline, which is the only one like that in Canada and offers amazing support for kinship caregivers across the province.
The most beautiful things of PSS is the volunteer program is now getting better, is opening new positions. Like now for the events we have in Grandparents' Day, volunteers who are teenagers. So it's really nice to see teenagers and old people working together, like seniors and teens. Well, my favorite thing is I am the first person who is in touch with the volunteers. I am the person who receives the applications.
So I started volunteering at PSS because I really remember the impact that the support groups had when I attended as a participant in different organizations. So I decided to do the training to be a facilitator with PSS, and I was a facilitator of a fathering circle. a general parenting circle, and now I'm with the Spanish-speaking circle here in US.
Our volunteers are awesome volunteers. They always are open to support families.
It's been fabulous, so encouraging. The facilitators, they become a family. They are friends. Whenever you have an issue, you can call them. They are so willing to meet up with you. They have so much resources. For us immigrants, it's been really helpful.
When I first joined Parent Support Services in 1995, at that time the organization was called BC Parents in Crisis Society.
Our groups are run by highly trained volunteer facilitators who devote hours of their time to work with families and facilitate those groups where the parents themselves are the experts and can share their concerns and issues and socialize with each other.
We've created Multicultural Advisory Committee to make sure that our services are inclusive, culturally safe, and also relevant to the diverse communities that we will be serving, like Vietnamese, South Asian, Filipino, Chinese, Koreans, and then with the indigenous community also. They really value the community development model that we use in our programming because it's really bringing the voices of the community, the parents, the service providers in the development of the work that we do.
I feel PSS is like the family that most of us don't have here in Canada. It's just somebody that you can turn to if you have problems or if you need resources. And once you become a facilitator and you have a peer like Violeta, for example, I feel like totally gained a sister.
I want to see history PSS has had and be able to celebrate that our accomplishments together with the public.
The not-for-profit sector really struggles to be supported in a way that we can flourish and do our best work. So, it feels like at a gala where you're doing a fundraising event, it's really hard. You compete with other not-for-profits to secure funding. I'm very proud of some of the organizational developments that have taken place. I'm very proud that Parent Support Services is a living wage employer, but I also see how we hobble along, and it annoys me as a frontline worker when the work is shifted to meet the needs of the funders and not what we're hearing from community. And so being able to find a diverse funding so that we can be more responsive to the needs of families is a priority, and I would love to see that growth. I think I've always felt that organization is the little engine that can. I think that I am part of an amazing team and we do amazing work with very little resources. And my hope for the organization is that there's some stability and that we can be more responsive, and not responsive to funders, but responsive to the families that need us.
And when we have the Grandparents' Day, we have awesome volunteers. First of all, the immigration status. Second, the fees that we are not charging nothing. And the most important, all the groups are confidential, and the volunteers understand very well what means confidentiality.
I always say that working in this field, you won't get rich, but you will be enriched with the experience that you will gain, with the knowledge, with the information that you will have, and the skills, because being a witness of the growth and the journey of the parents and the community itself, and knowing that you're part of that growth and that journey is, for me, it's very rewarding and fulfilling. Yeah, and also having the opportunity to build relationships with individuals, with organizations, with communities, for me, that's priceless. You cannot put a price to that, right? Because of the growth and the advancement, right? And the journey that you're part of, that whole thing about the change process.
What I love about working at Parent Support Services Society is that I think we're really unique as an organization because we take a community development approach, and that makes my job so rewarding because I can take the information that I'm learning directly from kinship caregivers and take direction from that and take that to my executive director and my team and say, these are the needs that we're hearing from families. And these are some strategies that maybe we can do to address them, right? And so the work is developed over the years. And Sandy was instrumental in developing a kinship care Facebook group for the families that call the line. So building community, the peer parenting support groups for kinship caregivers are so vital because of the isolation that comes for families within that role. And we've been able to access funding to do research on kinship caregivers. And so we're constantly building our expertise and better positioning ourselves to meet the needs that we hear directly from families that they have. Parent Support Services Society of BC is social justice.
Cultural safe
Family.
is support.
Family. Inclusive.
Love.
For families.
Inclusive.
Justice.